Chapter 12. Trouble in the Air. Jamal left the cafeteria to search for Brittany, but never found her. The bell rang and they all headed off to their next class. Jamal decided to try to catch up to her after school. He headed off to his class. After school he waited by the exit, but he never saw her. He thought maybe she had walked out before he got there. The gang decided to hold off on going to the police until someone spoke to Brittany. Later that night, a janitor found Brittany in one of his classes crying. She had been beaten badly and her clothes were torn. He took her to the office and called the police. He told them it looked like she had been raped. Officer Anderson showed up with his partner, Officer Collins.
Mrs. Johnson, were you raped?
Yes.
Can you tell me who did this to you?
His name is Jamal Jones. He goes to my school.
Brittany told them everything she knew about Jamal. The cops took her to the hospital for a medical exam and called her parents. The cops had returned to the station for a quick pee break. Just as Officer Anderson was coming out of the bathroom, his partner called him over to their desk, where a young man was sitting.
What's going on?
This young man seems to be somewhat of a witness to what happened to Miss Johnson.
Later that night, the cops went knocking on Barry's door looking for Jamal. He hadn't come home after work, so when Barry saw the cops, he thought something might have happened to his little cousin.
Is Jamal Jones in?
No, what's this about?
A sexual aggravated assault charge has been filed against him by one Mrs. Brittany Johnson.
Jamal wouldn't do anything like that. There's a witness that says he saw him pull Miss Johnson into her closet rather aggressively. A witness? Yes, a Mr. John Alvin Joseph. I'm sorry, officer, but I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him at all today. Are you sure you don't know where he is? I'm sure, but as soon as he gets in, I'll bring him to you.
Barry closed the door and turned around. Markel and Kelton were standing there.
I can't believe this shit.
Were y'all with Jamal all day today?
Barry, don't tell me you believe that shit. You know Jamal wouldn't do nothing like that.
I'm not saying I believe it. I just want to be sure.
What you need to be sure about. This is Jamal we're talking about here. He wouldn't do nothing like that, plain and simple.
Well, we need to find him and let him know what's going on.
He's probably over at Towers.
They drove over to Karen's place. They knocked on the door, and when Karen answered it, they asked her to send Jamal out. Jamal comes to the door and they pull him into the hallway.
What's going on?
He slapped a rape charge on you.
What?
Cops just left your apartment looking for you.
Fuck, man.
You need to go down to the police station and clear this mess up.
Fuck that, you need to run like hell.
If he runs, he's just gonna get himself into more trouble.
Man, they got a witness. There's no way he gonna get out of it.
Whoa. What witness?
John.
Look, everybody in the city knows that John Alvin is a lunatic. Nobody's gonna believe him, and even if they do, there's no evidence to support the case. There is no way they found his DNA on her if he didn't do it.
But there's still the aggravated assault charge.
That's a minor charge.
Kelton heard footsteps.
Listen, somebody's coming up the stairs.
Kelton went to the stairs and looked down. He saw the cops coming up.
It's the cops, get in.
They all rushed into the apartment and were very quiet. Tara came out of her room.
What's going on?
Shh.
The cops began knocking on the door.
Mrs. Key, open up. It's the police.
What are the cops doing here?
Shh.
The cops knocked for about 10 more minutes and then they left.
Jamal, do you want to tell me what's going on here?
I gotta get out of here. Listen, baby, I have something I gotta clear up. Marquette and the guys will take care of you until I get back.
Jamal, what's going on?
Baby, don't worry, alright? Everything's gonna be alright.
Jamal grabs a hooded jacket, puts it on, and walks out. Barry follows behind him and stops him in the hall.
Jamal, you're not gonna run, are you?
Barry, I got a baby coming. I can't go down for something I didn't do.
You can't do anything for the baby if you run either. It's not the way.
I'm not going to jail. I'll take care of everything.
He goes down the stairs. When he exits the building, he saw the cops standing around across the street. He puts his hood on his head and walks calmly down the street. When he turned the corner, he began to run. He had no idea how he was going to get out of this.